Hello everyone and welcome back to Zoo Crafting! I am Zookeeper Seri and we are here for a very special Friday Zoo Kitchen episode! I'm so excited! We have been doing a lot of clearing out of our future black bear exhibit and a lot of rambling and planning for what our zoo is going to look like and all of the different things we're going to be building in it. And oh my goodness, you guys have suggested so many awesome things like prairie dog exhibits and a place where we can go and pick berries. Somebody suggested making a candle shop. Doesn't that sound so fun? We could have a scented candle shop that we could set up somewhere here in the zoo. I was thinking maybe we could have a whole bunch of different gift stores in each of the sections of the zoo, and each gift store could potentially sell different scented candles. That just sounds like it would be so much fun. And maybe we could sell like special little booties. Oh my goodness, it would be really fun if I could learn how to make like decorative items so that people could come to my zoo and they could buy like leopard print booties that would of course be made out of like synthetic materials, and maybe they could buy what if they could buy little booties that looked like bunnies or little booties that looked like bears? Oh my goodness, that would be so cute. So yes, basically tons and tons and tons of ideas from everyone, and I'm so excited. But today is Friday, and that means I want to go and pop into the kitchen and do as much cooking as I can, Lily and Tate. And I was thinking about cooking, and I was thinking about how the picnic pickup shop isn't done yet, but I often like to make the foods, and then I like to have you guys name it before we would put it away into our adorable little rucksacks. Look at all of these. They're so cute. I can't wait till they're just filled with food. Also, look at my little picnic basket. Oh, that's so cute. That's so cute. We should definitely get some little picnic baskets. There's actually picnic baskets from Raz. Let me see if I can find it. Picnic. There we go. Picnic baskets from Deco Crafting from Raspberry. She is so sweet, by the way. If you guys ever have a chance to talk to her on Twitter or her Patreon, oh my goodness, she is just absolutely so kind. But I really want to add in some like decorative pieces with the picnic baskets. I want to put down some wool so we can have some nice blankets, but those are all going to be for another day, including working on the carpenter shop that we're going to have, so we can have all sorts of like lovely wooden benches over here. All of that's for another day, because today, Lily and Tate, is cooking day. And that's what I meant by thinking about the foods to put into the picnic baskets for the picnic pickup. And I was thinking, are you guys ready for this? I was thinking about sandwiches, because isn't that what you're supposed to have at a picnic? You're supposed to have delicious sandwiches, and there are so many different kinds of sandwiches. Well, that's just sand. There's so many different kinds of sandwiches you can have. You can have apple, egg. We should make a ton of egg sandwiches because we have so many eggs from all of our squicken. And then you can have cassie sandwiches, yutsu sandwiches. I do have a lot of yutsu fruit. And then all of these. Look at these. Apple jelly, watermelon jelly, orange jelly, papaya, blueberry, cherry, cranberry, kiwi, pomegranate toast. What? Toast sandwich? I didn't know you could have a toast sandwich. Lemon jelly, lime jelly, mango jelly. Oh my goodness, there's peach jelly, raspberry jelly, starfruit jelly, strawberry jelly, and apricot and fig and grapefruit and persimmon. So I was thinking we should put in some different types of sandwiches into the picnic baskets for sure and come up with some fun names for those sandwiches. And we already have, if I remember correctly, we should somewhere, I think it's over at the house, we already have the like egg sandwiches or the egg salad, the like dozen of eggs or like the excellent egg salad. We've got that we could put in. So I was thinking if I was going to come have a picnic, Lily and Tate, I would just want your good old classic PB&J. That would be what I would be looking for. So if I was going to have just your classic PB&J, let's see, that would be jelly sandwich or like grape, or would it be PB? I think it would just be like PB. Yeah, look, PB&J. So if I was going to come and have a classic PB&J, I realized there's a couple key ingredients we need for a PB&J sandwich that we don't, despite the beautiful size of our zoo and how much territory we happen to have covered. Because look at all this is our territory, all this we can do so much with. I realized that despite how big we are, we actually, believe it or not, do not have the capability to easily make a PB&J sandwich. Why, you may ask? Because for one thing, we need peanuts for peanut butter, and I don't have any peanuts. So we may have to go and get the girls harvesting some peanuts. I do want to get our farming side series started eventually, but better to start some peanuts in the summer garden now than have no peanuts forever, because I haven't been able to get the side series up and going yet. But that's definitely some motivation to do that, including the wool for the picnic blankets. I do need to do it so we have the wool for the picnic blankets too. And then the grape jelly. I realized there's actually something that's going to make it kind of hard for me to make grape jelly, other than the fact that I need to have a grape orchard to be able to gather all these grapes from. It's the sugar. I don't have very much sugar, you guys. I only have a tiny bit of sugar because I have to feed the little maids sugar all the time, my host daughters. Oh my goodness, and they're still mad at me because I ran out of sugar. So today, I think we're going to work on building up our stock of sugar, Lily and Tate. And we're going to do that by trying to collect up some sugar canes. But then to go along with our blackberry theme, we're also going to do that by making some more beehives. So, or I should say the bee aviary. So the apiaries, I think is what they're called. Apiary. Let's see if yeah, there it is. So we're going to make the apiaries. So we're going to make a whole bunch of apiaries, and we're going to try to gather up a lot of the queen bees, and we're going to put them into the apiaries, and we're going to scatter apiaries throughout the temperate forest area of our zoo. And that should be wonderful. And then as time goes on, come along, my little pups. You've been so good sitting there so quiet. But as time goes on, what we'll do is we will have a section where we can have like these beautiful wild berry gardens, and we can have cultivated little berry groves. So you can just kind of wander down this like dirt path and then turn a corner and all these trees, and it's just a grove full of blackberries. We can even have a little stand where you can pick up like a berry basket to be able to pick all the berries and put them in the berry basket. And then you could come over here and you could find like all of the delicious raspberries. Maybe you could wander down and find like all of the cranberries growing next to this little lake. So like this tiny little lake could become a cranberry spot because cranberries grow in water. So all of those things would be really fun. Oh, look at all the cherries. There's cherries and apples, and there's like pears. Is this a pear? How much fun would it be to make the pear into the pear jam? Where is that? Is it? Do we not have pear jam? We must have pear jam. Come on now. Fruit punch. I could have sworn, can you not make pear sandwiches? Really? You can't, but you can make cherry sandwiches. What would it take to make... See, and again, I need the sugar. So that's kind of the thing. This area may be somewhere where you can come and gather up all of the delicious berries and things like that. And then in the trees around the berry groves, I want to have the honeybees hiding. So we can come up and gather honey from the honeybees, just kind of as though they are a natural part of the lily. You startled me, but I want to be able to gather up honey from the honeybees. Careful, Lily girl, as though they are a natural part of our environment, which they are. And oh my goodness, I learned so much about like different types of honeybees and native honeybees versus invasive honeybees. It was very, very informative, and we'll have to dig into that in a little bit like later. But for now, hang in there, Aster Seed. For now, we're going to run down and we're going to check. Actually, do I have the leather over here? Because in order to make these apiaries, we need to have a lot of leather for item frames. That's kind of a thing. So we do need to do that. But yeah, so basically, we're going to scatter the apiaries through the trees in the entire temperate forest area so we can casually collect a whole bunch of honey and thus sugar, because as you guys saw, in order to make the jam so that we can make the sandwiches so that we can put them in the picnic baskets so people can buy our picnic baskets and eat sandwiches. Oh my goodness, what a big like amount of kerfuffling we have to do just to have a PB&J, right? Oh my gosh. But in order to make the jelly so we can make the sandwiches, we need to have bees in the trees so we can get the honey. There's actually, if you're eating like a sandwich right now, look down at that sandwich. I mean, think about it. The bread has to have wheat growing, and then you have to have the yeast, and then you have to have like all of the water and all of the other things that go into making bread, and the salt that goes into making bread. And then like the peanut butter, you had to grow the peanuts, and they had to grow, and they had to be processed and have sugar added mostly to the peanuts. I eat them without sugar, peanut butter without sugar, and it's delicious. I love chunky peanut butter. Like, let me know if you guys love chunky peanut butter too, because chunky peanut butter is the best. And I also love almond butter on that note. But then like you also have the jelly, and it's really kind of, it takes a while to make jelly. You have to stir it very carefully on the stove. My family's made it like jam before, and basically that's a lot of work just to make a sandwich. So that's what I'm talking about. Lily, don't push Aster Seed. Are you two like playing? Oh my gosh, she's a little bossy sometimes. But that's a lot of work just to put a sandwich inside the picnic basket so somebody can come enjoy it. But it's work that once we get it set up, it'll be easier to do, because what you can do with the jelly, you can either use sugar from sugar canes to make it, or you can use honey. And with honey, you can actually turn honey, like you can use it into a lot of different things. Use it for a lot of different things. Uses, there we go. You can use it to make honey lemon slices, which I think would be pretty cool. You can also use it to make like a sugar replacement basically for pretty much everything. So honey, super duper useful. I think we'll go ahead and get some honey, and then we could even sell the honey. Like we could have little jars of honey. We could sell it. Oh, that would be so fun. And you could come and collect like fresh honey, and we could even have it like name it after something. Oh, that reminds me. Okay. All right. If I can remember, I'm going to do my best to show you guys a picture of the different types of honey that I saw at market, because this guy who was growing honey at the market, stay here, Aster Seed. Oh my goodness, look at your feathery, fluffy butt. I love it. But the guy selling honey at market this week had chocolate honey and like chili honey and different things like that, because you can actually mix honey with other things to give them special flavors. Hi, Summer. And you can also encourage the honey to take on different flavors by putting the bees next to certain plants, like putting them next to these berries over here. Oh goodness, look, there's a stray chocobo. Hello, hang on, buddy. One day I'm gonna have a really cool chocobo stable. Oh gosh, you're very pretty right here. Isn't that just lovely? Lily, don't push. What is with her pushing chocobo today? But you can put bees next to certain plants, like these blackberries, for instance. And apparently that's supposed to kind of affect what their honey starts tasting like. So you can alter the taste of the honey very subtly by just how the bees gather that honey. Not even like what you put inside of the honey when you're processing it, but just what you like, what flowers, what plants, what different trees you have near the honeybees, who can travel up to 5 miles in search of this honey, by the way. Just another little FYI. I actually learned that from Animal Jam this week, which is kind of funny. And people said that game wasn't going to be educational. But yeah, like you can affect the way the honey tastes by what you put next to the honey, or what you put next to the beehives for them to harvest. And also, back when I used to have really terrible allergies, and actually, you know what? I kind of want to make my little vine area, my Spanish moss collection spot, a little bit bigger. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of expand this a wee bit. I'm kind of getting some ideas. What if we do like a rock lip? Oh wait, that's for a different day. Anyway, long story short, you can affect what the honey tastes like by what flowers you put next to the bees. And also, I used to be told that you could add bee pollen to your food. Like you can actually buy bee pollen. And if you're having really bad allergies, for some people, what works is taking bee pollen from local bees and putting it in your food, and you kind of build up a resistance to whatever pollen allergens are in the air. And by eating it, because the bees collect that pollen for you, and you can build up a resistance to being allergic and having really terrible allergy reactions to when like the trees start sending their pollen everywhere, by eating it in your food from what the bees have collected for you. And I've also heard that eating honey that's locally harvested and still like pretty close to its raw form, not dangerously, but just so that it has more of that pollen particle in it, that can help you with your allergies too. So yeah, I love that idea of having like different types of honey that will say it's like blackberry flavored honey or chocolate flavored honey. Oh, I'm really looking forward to that. But all right, now that I have babbled about that for way too long, oh look, and you can even make a little honey pot. Ah, it's so cute. Look, there's a honey jar. Oh my goodness, they're adorable. Okay, I need to focus. But let's go ahead and we're going to build the apiaries. So I talked and rambled way too long, but you guys are so used to that by now. So in order to make the apiaries, we need several item frames. To make item frames, we need either penguin skins or we need some leather. And I don't want to go and kill a bunch of penguins. So let's come and check. Aha, we have 2 leather here and a lot of chicken and a lot of mutton and a lot of venison. And I have a lot of dirt in my backpack. So give me just a second. Oh gosh, that one's full up. Oh gosh, this one's full up too. Okay, Lily Tate, it looks like we need to go. In fact, here, do I have anything I could put in here? Potato seeds. This is our compost bin. And so what we can do is anything like the oak saplings, rubber saplings that we don't really need, or maybe like the winter squash, we can put in here and it will actually break it down. So we can use these organic resources later as like really healthy soil. And it actually, compost bins do put off a lot of heat. So it looks like Lily is enjoying this. I have a mushroom over here. Okay, we'll question that in a little bit because that's hilarious. But yeah, Lily was on top of that compost bin. Compost bins actually put off quite a bit of heat. So when I was working up in the mountains at a flower farm a few years ago, you guys may remember vlogs from there. There were a lot of really fun vlogs from there. I actually would find lots of snakes in the compost heap. When I would go to turn the leaves or gather up some of the leaf compost to spread across the plants, you would flip it and there's a little snake just hiding in your compost bin because they're very, very comfy in the warmth over there. So I learned to be extremely careful about poking around compost bins. But let's go ahead and put a whole bunch of the dirt in here. Just to get it kind of out of the way. Leaf piles. I guess I could take the saffron bulbs with me. And then this is kind of like a little cooking shed for when we need to cook for the wolves. So we may feed our wolves in just a minute here because we definitely have enough food for them. I don't have any leather in here. We'll go ahead and leave the chocobo feathers over here just in case. All right. And then these are my little treasures. Saffron is actually very expensive. So that would be a good gift, wouldn't it? Saffron bulbs. The herb seeds would be great gifts because they don't really you don't really get an even amount of them. Hello, wandering mushroom. You don't really get an even amount of the herb seeds from breaking them like you do with most plants. So actually herb seeds would be a really fancy pants gift now that I think about it. All right, so there's some leather there. Oh gosh, do I have any other types of leather? I'm really low. I guess I need to catch more boots. Am I only going to be able to make one apiary? Oh, phooey! That's gonna throw me off on being able to do any kind of zoo kitchening, isn't it? After I just talked about bees for that long. I need more leather. Alright, Lily, Tate, come along. I've got some duck for you. There you go. Lily, come here. Come here, girl. Alright, there you go. And then, no, Mr. Mushroom, you don't get to eat any duck. Oh, goodness. And I'll put away these because this will be good. And then the raw rabbit over here. Yeah, we might feed the wolves in a little bit. All right. Oh, goodness, Lily and Tate. We've got to watch out. This is a big old storm. So now I need some more leather. Let's go check over at the Tate and Tackle if we have any leather boots over there, because leather boots can be instantly turned into leather. Apparently you can just kind of knock them apart. Tate's little statue! That's still such an amazing gift from Alex. I can't wait to do... What do you guys think about devincing speed builds? Let's see. No leather booties in here. All right, sit down for a second, you two. I'm going to see if I can catch some leather really quickly. I know that sounds weird, but I just need to see if I can manage to pull that off. There is my unbreaking rod. Let's see if we catch a leather pair of boots or two. Believe it or not, this is the way of our world. I'm fishing in a thunderstorm, searching for leather boots so that I can make a bee apiary so that I can make sandwiches. Oh, you just never know how it's going to go in this world, do you? You just never know. I think I'm just going to have to go and maybe visit Junior and JJ again and get some more leather. I got leather boots! I got leather boots! Now I have 2 leather! Yes! Actually, I could make a whole bunch. So now I can make 2 apiaries, I think, because each apiary needs 3 item frames, which means 3 pieces of leather. So now I can make 2 apiaries. All right, we're gonna continue dubiously fishing. I'm a little concerned in this rainstorm so that we can try to gather. I still can't believe I'm fishing in a rainstorm for the sake of trying to gather up leather boots. I guess Tate's gonna be happy because I'll get some fish. And actually, I really should rebait my fish spots now that I think about it. Look at all the little fishies. Man, they're so cute. I love watching them fly around. Oh, there's a lockbox. Maybe I'll give that away to one of my friends as a gift. Because the lockboxes are really fun. You never know what's going to be inside of them. Alright, keep an eye on them. I wonder if you can actually edit what shows up inside of the lockboxes now that I think about it. If one of you guys are fancy-pantsy with modding, in fact, I should make a mental note of that. Alex! Pablo! Help! Can we edit that? There's another lockbox. Okay, I really want some shoes, though. Can I have more boots? Have people thrown their booties? Oh, I got a goldfish. Actually, goldfish can be turned into gold. Did you guys know that with the little fishing mod we have? All right, so it looks like I'm only going to get enough for 2 leathers. 2 apiaries this time. And I'm actually okay with that. Oh my goodness, it's quite the violent storm today. Gracious. All right, well, it looks like we're heading up to the house because we need to do some actual cooking in this Zoo Kitchen episode. Gracious. So let's go see what we can do. We do have sugarcane after all. So let's go and gather up our sugarcane. And then we're going to get out of this rainstorm because it seems extremely dangerous. Here, and we'll gather up our strawberries. So let's make some strawberry jam today, you guys. We're going to gather up our strawberries from this little strawberry garden. Tate, thank you for helping me to the point where now I only have a few of my strawberries. And we'll gather up the sugarcane from our teensy little sugarcane patch. Oh man, this is nice. When it's just giant rainstorm and we can just step under Sunflower's tree and it feels like there's nothing here. All right, we'll come over here. Gather up the sugarcane. Okay. Actually, it looks like I need to replant that sugarcane. All right, there we go. I really should make a proper sugarcane kind of plantation area. I wonder if using... Oh, hello, Lily and Tay. Are you guys going to help me? This was a lot more sugarcane than I thought I would get, too. So that was really helpful. Good. Maybe I can make some jelly after all. But I don't think that I have any peanuts, or at least enough peanuts. Oh, gosh. And while we're over here, I'm just going to gather up these string. That's what these little gardens are for, is to just kind of gather stuff up when we have the opportunity. Though I'm kind of getting to the point where I want to try to make the gardens look a little nicer when we have them here. Like maybe put some bushes over here so it looks more like a natural sort of growth instead of very clearly. This is where I'm trying to do some, this is where I'm trying to do a little bit of string farming. All right. Not that there's anything bad with that or wrong with that. There we go. All right. Come along, my little ones. We're going to run past the little chicobos and the sleeping dryad. So do be conscious of that. All right. Up we go. And let's see if we can make at least one sandwich or something today, because it is Zoo Kitchen. Oh, and Sunflower's in with her babies. Sunflower. There you go, sweetie. All right. And we're going to get past the sleeping dryad. All right. And then we're going to wiggle this way. And I want to go cook in my kitchen in just a minute. But let's focus on trying to make the bee apiaries. Do I have any other leathers? I have 2 leathers. And actually, can the hide be turned into leathers? You can turn them into elephant things. You can turn the hides into leathers. Yay! Okay, I forgot I had that many hides. All right, I'm going to take enough that I need. Okay, so 3 of them will make 1 apiary. So now I have 2, 3, 4, 5. And then, let's see, 6. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that would be 8 apiaries. So that's a really good amount. Whoops-a-daisy. No, I think I ruined it. Okay, now I don't remember how many. I think this will be enough. I think this will be enough apiaries. Yeah, there we go. 1, 2, 3. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, yeah, that'll be 8 apiaries. That's perfect. So we'll go ahead and scrape the hides clean. And now we have enough leather. Gosh, you really have to do all sorts of things in order to get from point A to point B with getting this stuff done, Lily. And then we're going to throw these tin cans into the furnace because they're going to become iron. So we fish those up out of the lake. We're going to make some more sticks and do this. There we go. And now I have 8 item frames. Now I need to make more item frames. Now I have 10 item frames. I need to make more sticks. I know, right, Lily? She's just kind of staring at me like, really? There's a lot of work that goes into making a bee apiary so that you can make peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. I love it though. I actually really enjoy things where you have to do like all sorts of tasks like this. I just think that it's very interesting. It's a great, interesting way to live. All right. So now we have completed the sticks. We have so many more item frames than I thought we could make. That was really useful having all of those hides stored up from all of the boars that Lily and Tate have attacked over the years. So now what we need to do is take the item frames and surround the item frames with a plank of wood. And then we'll have all the apiaries. And then we'll have to go ahead and see if somehow, some way, somewhere, we can get enough. Okay, and let's see. Here's my little goldfish. Look, you can turn the goldfish into a gold nugget if you want. Ah, that's so cute. But now we need to see if somehow, somewhere, we have enough queen bees. That's going to be the tricky part. We may have to go and gather up, whoops-a-daisy. We may have to go and gather up a lot of queen bees, but at least for this zoo kitchen, we will have completed, there we go, look at all my apiaries. 8 apiaries, yay. For some reason, I thought there were going to be more for a second. There we go. So there's 8 apiaries, and then I have a ton of string. I know, right, Lily girl? Tate is downstairs checking in on our slightly concerning population of vampire penguins. And then we'll get up here, and I still haven't made any food today. Oh, gosh. Okay, and then we're going to come over. Do I have anything to eat? I have an apple to eat for a second. And let's see if we can at least make some... do I have any peanuts? Let's see if we can make any peanuts at all. because I want to try to make the peanut butter sandwiches. Oh, I have plenty of grapes. We should make some raisins. So we'll make some raisins and we'll make some grapes because apparently I have tons and tons of grapes. And then it should be, I think, staple crops. I have 4 peanuts. Do I have more than that? Guys, I have exactly 4 peanuts. So we'll get the Aki started on those peanuts. And then I have a lot of honeycomb. Look, I have a bee grub. Okay, so I do have like a bee grub in here. And you combined a bee grub and royal jelly in order to make a new queen bee. So I think what we might do is we might make an apiarist, a beekeeper, who will come once we have the beehive area set up. And then you can trade like a bunch of money and maybe a whole bunch of honey to the apiarist, and they'll give you royal jelly. Because as it stands, you usually can only get royal jelly from a dead queen. And then you have like many, many more grubs than you have one royal jelly. So I think we'll set it up in the future so we can either feed the bee grubs to our insect eating animals, or we can buy royal jelly from the apiarist, the beehive person, and then we'll be able to make more queen bees and kind of spread things out a little bit faster. So I think that'll be a good idea. And here's some honeycomb so we can have sugar. Oh my gosh. Okay, we'll get the sugar from these honeycombs. I'm trying to remember. Let's see, you can use honeycomb chocolate bar, or I think you put it in the presser and that's how you get the honey from it. So we'll do that. And then we have a whole bunch of wax combs, which we could actually, I think you can press the wax combs into wax and then you can make the candles from that, the scented candles we were talking about earlier. See how it all connects. It all is just like a big giant circle that connects. All right, and then I have the wheat. All right, good. And then I have a whole bunch of random fish. So let me just put these random fish in here for now. There we go. And I do have, did I grab the peanuts? I did grab the peanuts. So, today I can at least make the jelly. I don't know if I can make the actual sandwiches though. So I'm going to put the wheat back. I don't think we're going to be able to make the actual sandwiches. Let's make egg sandwiches. How about that? We're going to make some egg sandwiches actually. So we'll make egg sandwiches to start with. We don't get to have peanut butter and jelly sandwiches just yet. We'll make that a huge announcement when we're able to add peanut butter and jelly sandwiches to the actual picnic pickup shop because there's so much work that goes into it. Okay, I need the egg. Just tell me how to do the egg sandwich, please. All right, so egg sandwich should be a really easy recipe. It's literally just bread and egg. And the thing is, because I think it's an apple milk tea recipe, it doesn't refill a lot of your energy. So they're like finger sandwiches. They're finger egg sandwiches. But we'll make a whole bunch of them. There we go. So they're tiny little tiny itty bitty little sort of cutesy egg sandwiches, and we have some of them. I probably should make more, and I should make the sugar cane into sugar there. But yeah, okay, so we've got that covered at least, and let's put the honeycomb inside of the presser so we can start getting, I think we'll get honey and wax combs once we press it. Let's see what happens. Dun dun dun, we've got honey! I'm so excited! All right, and then I think we only have 1 queen bee right now. Oh goodness, and she's hiding up in here. And she has actually, I think, been used up. She's given us a little bit of honey and a bee grub. And then I think she's actually used up. It's a little hard to tell sometimes because it looks like it's green. But that actually means that she's passed on. So then you turn her into royal jelly. You grab the bee grub. You grab a queen bee. And there you go. So yeah, it looks like I don't actually have the ability to make more queen bees after going all through that trouble for the apiaries. But at least we've made egg sandwiches. Egg sandwiches and apiary chaos. So we have egg sandwiches to add to our picnic pickup baskets. And I think we can at the very least make some grape jelly. So let's do that really quickly. We'll make grape jelly and we'll make raisins. So we'll put that in there to become raisins. There we go. And then we'll come over here and we can take all of this honey and we can take all of these grapes and boom, a gigantic pile of grape jelly, just like that. Oh my gosh. Wash, wash, wash. There. So we cooked something. We actually cooked something in Zoo Kitchen, which makes me very happy. Oh, and then we need to take the peanuts. All right. You know what, Zoo Kitchen, it makes sense that we would sometimes have to take a moment to do a little bit of gardening in Zoo Kitchen. So let's see, what are you? That's eggplant, 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 eggplant. I think we're okay pulling up the eggplant and putting down the peanuts. So now we have a tiny little patch of peanuts, and hopefully from this tiny patch of peanuts in the rain, we will be able to one day have peanut butter sandwiches. So there's our goal, Lillian Tate. Man, that was a lot of hubbubaloo and running around for all of that. That was pretty hilarious. And tomorrow I actually need to work on stuff over at the temperate forest area, but I've heard that there are so many new things waiting for us to see in Relic Ruins. So sorry we didn't cook too much today, you guys, but we have the steps prepared. So now we are going to go and search for bees. That might be a really great way to stretch Aster Seed's wings, actually, and let him kind of get a little bit of fresh air. And we have lock boxes to give our friends, saffron bulbs to give our friends, all sorts of items. So we need a special name either for the grape jelly or for the peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, and we need some cool names for the egg sandwiches. So we'll come back and we will see what we're going to name those. I'm going to take your guys' suggestions on that. Oh my goodness. And then we'll have some fun new things to prepare for. All right, we're going to put these over here for now because I know we're waiting on names for them. And we'll have some fun new things to name for the next Zoo Kitchen and for when we put it down into the picnic baskets. Woo! Woo! That was a lot of running around. That was a lot of hubbubaloo. I'm going to eat a beet crostoni because that sounds like an absolutely delicious sandwich right now. And I will see you guys tomorrow for a zoo crafting special. We are going to be probably running to Relic Ruins, like I said, and hopefully maybe even going on a little bit of an adventure to find the bees for the apiary. And also, I have a special thing while we're out adventuring for bees that I want to start collecting for a couple of our new zoo crafting members. So keep your eyes out. I'll see you guys then. Bye-bye!